Pulled over for no good reason. Just a feeling. There's a broken pump off County 6, unbleached side that no one fixes. And I don't need a drink, they said it tastes like coins anyway. I don't need a meetup, someone's waiting past the railroad bridge. Text bubble hovering like a dare. You're close, you're close. I'm not tired or not really. My shoes keep time on their own, like the road's got a metronome. And I'm too proud to miss the downbeat, but something in me makes a stop where there's nothing to buy, nothing to prove. So I walk to the rim and looking like it might look back. So I drop a pebble in just to hear what's living underneath. Counting 1, 2, waiting on a sound to set me free. And it hits nothing, just air doing its job. That's when I remember some places only feel deep till you ask them to be. I've had loves like roadside wells, pretty from the shoulder of the highway. Cool story, good angle, a place you point at and keep moving. I've had friends like open doors that only open when you push alone. And I've worn maybe like a jacket because it fit every season. Up ahead, the miles keep talking, telling me I'm late to my own life. I can't keep betting my whole week on a weekend face. So I lean over again, throw another stone, not for luck, for proof. Yeah, I drop a pebble in just to hear what's living underneath. Counting 1, 2, waiting on a sound to set me free. And it hits nothing, just air doing its job. That's when I remember some places only feel deep till you ask them to be. Don't make a church out of a shortcut. Don't kneel to every pretty stop that keeps you from the finish. Some folks collect little pauses like stamps on a passport, then wonder why the years feel rented. If you're chasing something true, move. If you're scared, it's gone. Check. Hearts are like wells, you don't know they're empty till you test the depth. So I drop a pebble in one last time before I leave. Counting 1, 2, no splash coming back to me. I don't curse it, I don't name it, I just turn toward the mile ahead. Let my footsteps strike the gravel like a match that finally catches. Fancy slows you down, and sometimes that's all it is. A stop that costs you everything, 'cause it asks for nothing. If they want their payment, they can wait their turn. I got a list of names and mine is first to learn. Second to don't judge me, I remember thin. Rent day on the calendar, payday never in. I've worn the same shoes through a whole damn year. Still found a way to move when the kick drum hit my ear. Hands up in the living room, cheap fans spinning fast, dancing with the bass line like it's gonna make it last. I don't know who that talk. Everybody's selling something at the end of a block. On my tongue, every verse turns into a bluff, but I sing it like it's oxygen when I don't have enough. So I pay me first, I pay me twice. I buy the soft roll, I buy the small nights. Let the wealthy clutch their comfort like it's law. I'm out here choosing tenderness I never saw. And I sway under kitchen lights, making something holy out of borrowed nights. If the bill collectors call, tell them I'm alive, tell them I'm learning how to thrive. Corner store aisle, I do math with my eyes. Generic or the good stuff, compromise and compromise. I skip the cheap paper like I'm making a stand, like my body isn't charity, like it's my own land. They act like softness is a private gated thing, like comfort comes with last names and a diamond ring. But I'm tired of the lesson that my back should bend, so I buy the better roll and let the shame suspend. I was born overdue, born owing somebody, born with the number stamped on my whole damn body. Ma says don't talk back, so I swallowed it down. Now the silence in my throat is the loudest sound. A car rolls by playing an old cut, the kind that makes a poor kid feel rich for a minute. And he says, open up my mouth in sunlight. I mouth it too, like a prayer I can borrow. But when I open up my mouth, it's not sunlight. It's the aftertaste of late fees. It's the click of the lock. It's my stomach doing push-ups still. I sing. So I pay me first, I pay me twice. I buy the soft roll, I buy the small nights. Let the wealthy clutch their comfort like it's law. I'm out here choosing tenderness I never saw. And I sway under kitchen lights, making something holy out of borrowed nights. If the bill collectors call, tell them I'm alive, tell them I'm learning how to thrive. Pay me first. I'm alive. We meet in the doorway like it's a chore. Keys in my palm, your coat on the floor. You ask how my day was, like reading a script, and I answer too fast so I don't let it slip. Your eyes don't land, they hover and move, like you're looking past me for something to prove. We're close enough to count every freckle and scar. Still it feels like shouting across a yard. They say there's a distance you can't explain when two people stand there and still feel strange. When you're right in front of me, you're miles away. A clean, bright silence I can't persuade. But when you're gone and the streetlights click on, you fit against me like the clothes I sleep in. I swear I can breathe where your name has been. It's a paradox I live in. Your coffee cups ring on the kitchen wood. Says we were here, says we were good. I scroll through photos I didn't take of your laugh mid-sentence, a little unguarded break. At the sink I rehearse what I should have said, then swallow it down like a pill instead. Funny how absence can soften the truth and bring you back kinder than you ever were in the 'cause space has a way of turning the knife into something that looks like a second chance. When you're right in front of me, you're miles away. A clean, bright silence I can't persuade. But when you're gone and the streetlights click on, you fit against me like the clothes I sleep in. I swear I can breathe where your name has been. It's a paradox I live in. I don't want a war, I don't want a saint. I want you honest, even if it shakes. If I reach for your hand, don't make it a test. Don't make me guess where you go in your head. And if love is a door we keep passing through, why do we lock it when we're in the same room? But miles on the map, suddenly you're near, like your mouth on my throat, like you're finally here. When you're right in front of me, you're miles away. I watch your lips move and lose what you say. But when you're gone and the apartment goes still, you're closer than my skin, closer than my will, as close as breath to living, as close as a kiss admitting. It's a paradox I live. Come back different. I saw her before the first car passed, before the kettle even sighed. Bare feet on the backyard glass where the cold comes up and bites. The lawn leaned in like it knew her, like it missed her all year long. And every step she left behind her stayed a little too warm. No one taught her how to move that quiet. No one told the morning to hold its breath. I should have been brave enough to ask her, but I only watched and let her vanish. If heaven is a place that's small and close, it's the space she takes without trying. It's violets waking up in bunches like they're picked for someone kind. And I don't know where she goes when she goes, but the air changes when she's gone. Yeah, heaven is a place that's small and close. It's where the grass still remembers her name. She laughed like a porch swing, rocking like a secret you don't sell. Held a handful of purple flowers like she'd never been hurt by them. The wind came clean around her shoulders, not a storm, not even a chill. Like the world had one good reason to soften up and stand still. I used to pray with all the right words, now I just listen for her steps. Some days I swear the yard is answering with that sweet bent green bow, like it's saying yes. If heaven is a place, it's small and close. It's a space she takes without trying. It's violets waking up in bunches like they're picked for someone kind. And I don't know where she goes when she goes, but the air changes when she's gone. Yeah, heaven is a place that's small and close. It's where the grass still remembers her name. Maybe she's just someone's daughter, walking early to feel okay. Maybe I made her into something so I could stand another day. But I've watched the sun come up 100 times and it never looked that new. So tell me why the whole damn garden still leans toward where she moved. If heaven is a place, it's small and close. It's a morning you can't replay. It's violets tucked behind her fingers and the dew that wouldn't break. And I don't know where she goes when she goes. Maybe nowhere, maybe on. But heaven is a place, it's small and close. It's where the grass still remembers her name. Where the grass still remembers her name. Where the grass still remembers. 2 postcards, same pocket. Different weather in the chest. We rolled into Salt Lake with dry mouths and big jackets. Wide streets like they planned for a parade that never happened. Spire tips poking at the wind like strict little fingers. A sign on the lawn says don't, so we don't, and it lingers. Hotel walls breathing brass through paint that's given up. Down the hall somebody's practicing a song they can't quite trust. You read a plaque, you laugh, they pulled their carts like animals. I try not to picture it, but it keeps showing. Liquor comes sealed up like it's evidence. Rain hits sideways, then the temperature quits. And I'm thinking how a rule can be a blanket till it isn't. 2 cities in 1 suitcase. One says stay clean, one says stay late. One sells comfort in a glass case. One sells it on a paper plate. And we keep buying little reasons to act like we're okay, but every map has the same ending. We have to go back anyway. The lake line backs away like it got tired of the promise. Teen girls in the diner swapping earrings for their common. Sunday hours moving slow like a screen with bad reception. We do the tourist thing, polite as an old infection. Stare at Rearview's gold pen behind smudged up museum glass like it might sign us into something that could last. You squeeze my hand and let it go. Habit more than anger. Outside the wind keeps rearranging what we are. And I swear the cold here has a message, but it won't say it straight. 2 cities in 1 suitcase. One says stay clean, one says stay late. One sells comfort in a glass case. One sells it on a paper plate. And we keep buying little reasons to act like we're okay, but every map has the same ending. We have to go back anyway. Go back anyway. Go back anyway. San Francisco Bay Air in our hair, salt on our lips. You can stand on a hill and see distance doing tricks. Cloud stacked on cloud like a slow-moving argument. Smoke lines in the blue from a boat and somebody's apartment. We find a spot on the steps where the crowd can't lean us apart. Sit shoulder to shoulder, quiet, checking if it still starts. Laugh at the weird old stories we used to swear were true, like they're just paper in a fireplace turning into glue. In my bag, matchbooks, ticket stubs, a thrift store ring, small stuff we kept like it could keep us from anything. But out here the gulls cut circles over water and trash, and memory hits clean. No warning, no flash. I look at you and it's simple and rough. Your eyes don't forgive, they just hold the whole of it like mirrors you can't move past. Two cities in one suitcase. One makes sense, one makes mistakes. One is wind through a clean white patio. One is waves on a rusted gate. And we keep saving little objects like they can make us stay. But every road has the same sentence: we have to go back anyway. Two postcards, same pocket. Your eyes, still serious. Air tastes new again. I woke up to the window half open. Traffic far away like a hush in the trees. A pale golden morning on the kitchen table. Steam from mama curling, slow and cleaning. For a second I forgot what I was carrying. The calendar, the bills, the old grief. 'Cause the world was doing that April thing, turning the key. A breeze came in like you knew my name. Brushed my face the way you used to. Soft, and I didn't ask it to stay. I just let it pass through my thoughts. On a day like this, I don't need a reason, I don't need a plan, I don't need proof. Let the green come back in its own time. Let my shoulders loose and let my pulse move. If I'm still here, it's enough. If I can breathe, it's enough. Sufficient. Is it just to live on a day like this? Down the block, the kids are drawing sidewalks. Chalk dust on their hands like powdered sun. Somebody's radio on a porch is playing a love song that doesn't hurt as much as it once did. I passed the corner store, the old man watering a small front yard. He refuses to give up, and every little ordinary kindness feels like luck. The sky's not promising me anything, just blue that opens wide and lets me be. And that's the closest thing to mercy I've ever learned to keep. On a day like this, I don't need a reason, I don't need a plan, I don't need proof. Let the green come back in its own time. Let my shoulders loose and let my pulse move. If I'm still here, it's enough. If I can breathe, it's enough. Sufficient. Is it just to live on a day like this? I used to chase a perfect moment, tie it down, make it mine. But April won't be owned, it just arrives. So I step out on the stoop and let it find me. Let it touch my cheek and go. And I say your name inside my breath, not as a wound, just as a note. On a day like this, I don't need a reason, I don't need a map to make it through. Let the air come in like forgiveness. Let the sun land gentle on my room. If I'm still here, it's enough. If I can breathe, it's enough. Sufficient. Is it just to live on a day like this? this. Hold that, don't say it yet. We left the radio on low, like a pilot light in the kitchen. But we didn't sing along, we just watched the sink keep dripping. You traced a ring on the table in the salt somebody spilled. I had a sentence in my mouth, but it tasted cheap and small, so I let it break apart before it hit the air at all. Because once it's spoken, it's already changed. A clean thought turns into something I can't rearrange. After all, when the last note's gone, it doesn't live in the speaker, it lives in what we're sitting on. After all, let the room stay wide. Some things are more honest when we don't push them outside. So don't make my ears carry it, don't make your mind rehearse. Come closer, feel what I mean, without the weight of words. We tried to talk it out last spring, on your steps in borrowed daylight. You said I'm fine, I said same, and it landed like a lie did. There are whole storms in a person that won't fit inside a phrase. And every time we name the hurt, we shrink it into something plain, like labeling a photograph and missing why it stays. So if your lips are shaking, let them rest. I can read the truth in you without the test. After all, when the last note's gone, it doesn't live in a speaker, it lives in what we're sitting on. After all, let the room stay wide. Some things are more honest when we don't push them outside. So don't make my ears carry it, don't make your mind rehearse. Come closer, feel what I mean, without the weight of words. Put your palm on my shoulder, like you're checking if I'm real. I'll answer with my breathing, with the way I don't pull away. No speeches, no winning, no careful little lines, just two people listening to what they can't untie. And if the silence scares you, I'll stay through all of it, 'cause silence isn't empty, it's where the truth can sit. After all, when the song is done, what mattered wasn't singing, it was who we were becoming. After all, laughed around this stirred, only some of what we're thinking ever makes it into words. So don't make my ears carry it, don't make your mind rehearse. Let us lean into our meaning and know the whole of each. Stay, no need to say it. I know the road back by the taste of rain. Ooh, I left my coat on the back of your chair, like I could pause what we were becoming. You held your breath in that doorway glare, swearing you were fine, but your hands kept shaking. The city bus side pulled away too slow. I watched your window turn to a dull reflection. I told myself, give it a season or so, like time is something you can pay for in installments. When the maples let go and cover the steps and the air starts biting through cheap sweaters, I'll take the long way. I'll come back again, not to reopen it, just to make it better. I'll come this way again, when today can't bruise us, when the calendar's moved on and your name feels less like a fuse. I'll come this way again, when the leaves are on the sidewalk. If you're standing in the wreck of it, I'll bring a hand that doesn't talk. You got good at making jokes in a crowded room, so no one asks where you go when you go quiet. I heard you've been sleeping with the TV on to drown out the part of you that won't deny it. I'm not the cure, I'm not the judge, I'm not the reason you should be forgiven, but I remember how you learned to flinch, like love was always followed by conditions. So when this date is just a deadline crossed, buried under receipts and old messages, I'll show up small like a decent thought and let you decide what my presence is. I'll come this way again, when today can't bruise us, when the calendar's moved on and your name feels less like a fuse. I'll come this way again, when the leaves are on the sidewalk. If you're standing in the wreck of it, I'll bring a hand that doesn't talk. Before the last porch bulb quits for good, before the street goes empty, cold and early, if you're still up counting what you should have done and blaming yourself like it keeps you worthy, I'll sit on the step, I won't ask for more. No speeches, no remember when, confession, just breathe with you until your face lets go and the salt on your cheek stops tasting like penance. I'll come this way again, not to claim you, not to lose you, just to show up as a friend. When you finally let someone through to you, I'll come this way again, when the season turns and stays. And if you can't forgive yourself yet, borrow mine for a few days. Taste of rain, I'll come this way again. I'll come this way again. Porch screen, breathing in and out, June bugs tapping like they're trying to get saved. I let the sink run soft to drown the day that wouldn't behave. Bare feet on the cool floorboards, your sweater dragged behind you like a tail. I'm learning how to slow my pulse when the world won't. So come on easy, wind, don't make a show of it, just move the leaves enough to say it's over. Blow soft, blow light over the silver trees, don't bend them hard, just barely please. Let the street go quiet at the edge of town, let the hours slide down. Poor sleep in these day one eyes while a pale gold moon thinking it's time. Your phone lights up and then goes black, like even it ran out of things to prove. I fold the laundry we won't put away, small rituals we used to move. Outside the hill gives up its heat, and the creek keeps talking to the stones. Every star is a pinprick, yes, in a sky that never owns us. So come on, steady wind, don't start a storm in me. Just turn the branches into hands that wave goodbye. Blow soft, blow light over the silver trees. Don't bend them hard, just barely please. Let the street go quiet at the edge of town. Let the hours slide down. Pour sleep in these day-worn eyes while a pale gold moon takes its time, taking its and the hush in between. Softly, lightly, scarcely sound. Blow soft, blow light over the silver trees. Don't bend them hard, just barely please. Let the water carry the last long sound. Let it all slide down. Pour sleep in these day-worn eyes while a pale gold moon takes its time. And I finally do street noise like a tide in my ears. I zip up my coat, disappear. I walk the main drag with the after-work rush, phone in my hand like a reason to hush. Storefronts do that thing they do, selling a version of new. Little signs say treat yourself, like it's medicine off a shelf. And I let them fit me with a face I can wear for a while, till I almost believe the lie in my own practice smile. I bought the shine, I bought the story, paid for it in quiet worry, pinned it on like armor thin, hoping I could live inside the skin. But there's no mercy in the glass when the room gets still at last. It calls me by my given name, and I can't unsee what it makes plain. Gold thread glitter on a hanger's spine, a perfect body that was never mine. I take it home in a paper bag, like a secret I'm glad to have. Curl the hair, soften the jaw, practice pretty like it's a law. Powder blush, a careful mouth, trying to pass for someone else in my house. I step into the dress slow, hold my breath, hold my pose. Like if I don't move, I won't break. Like if I look away, nobody knows. I bought the shine, I bought the story, paid for it in quiet worry, pinned it on like armor thin, hoping I could live inside the skin. But there's no mercy in the glass. When the room gets still at last, it calls me by my given name, and I can't unsee what it makes plain. He said you're carved like history, like queens on museum walls. Your eyes pull people under, and they don't mind the fall. He said your mouth is trouble, the kind a man runs toward. And I let that praise burn in me like a drink I couldn't afford. So I went down to the kitchen, bare feet on cold tile, turned the tap on, leaned in close just to feel safe for a while. But water doesn't flatter, it doesn't edit, doesn't choose. It showed me what the mirror missed when I was chasing his view. I bought the shine, I bought the story, but it never held me, only warned me. I'm not a mannequin, not a myth, not a before and after to fix. I'm brown skin under cheap light, I'm short hair refusing to lie. And if the devil can't love his face, I can learn to meet my mistake. I fold the dress back in its skin, let the sequence dim. Street noise fades, the sink still runs, and I breathe like I'm coming home again. Like my evening moves, you change. I open up on a chain lock, you smile and you rearrange. You say just a quick favor, like it's sugar in a cup. But you watch my counter, my calendar, till my whole week's showing up. I learned your kind of hunger, it doesn't do just enough. I hand you something small and human, you want the rest of my stuff. I gave you a fingertip, you wanted my grip, wanted my name on the whole damn trip. Wanted the keys, wanted the code, wanted a piece of the way I cope. I said sure, too easy, now you're calling in love. But you don't want a neighbor, you want a glove. You're not asking, you're taking a cut. I gave you a fingertip, you wanted to clutch. It started with borrowed Wi-Fi, then it turned into borrowed time. Then you're leaning in my doorway like my silence is a crime. You got that friendly voice on, but your eyes do inventory, counting what I won't surrender like it's part of your story. I see the little tests you run to see how far I bend. You call me cold when I won't fold, you call me mean when I defend. I gave you a fingertip, you wanted my grip, wanted my name on the whole damn trip. Wanted the keys, wanted the code, wanted a piece of the way I cope. I said sure, too easy, now you're calling in love. But you don't want a neighbor, you want a glove. You're not asking, you're taking a cut. I gave you a fingertip, you wanted to clutch. I'm not your spare room, I'm not your late fee, I'm not your sermon, I'm not your save me. I can be kind and still be busy, I can be warm and still say no. You can't turn my living into a place you store where you can hold. So hear this plane I gave you a fingertip. You wanted my grip, wanted my breath when you started to slip. Wanted my comb, wanted my phone, wanted my yes like it's carved in bone. I won't be guilted, I won't be bought. You can't take more than I choose to drop. So take your asking and take your luck. I gave you a fingertip. Don't try to clutch. The sea used to feel closer. Now it's a rumor in the weather. We don't talk gentle anymore. We talk like trucks on frontage roads, like gravel kicked up under speed. Old shafts in the ground keep their mouths open, bragging about what they took. And I carry that kind of math in me. Piles, leftovers, empty lots. If I'm honest, I'm something like a wetland, pretty on a map. Ooh, no one builds a future on it. So we walk the fence line slowly, watch the soil split its lips. And I pretend I'm brave enough to name what's underneath. Love, we can engineer our way out of this. You can't patch a flood with wishing. If I reach for you, I pull the silt up. If I back away, you dry and disappear. Tell me, how do I know you if the safest thing is leaving you alone? Love, we can say maybe all day, but it doesn't make us built to last. There's a planner's report on the kitchen table, your careful notes in the margins, buffer zones, protected edges, what not to touch. You speak like an expert, calm and certain, like your hands have never trembled over a living thing. But my fear is theatrical, always announcing itself, like a sinkhole that wants applause. Truth is, I'm not even a hazard worth circling. I'm small damage, I'm slowly, and still I want a second chance. Like saplings wanna break in the concrete, like roots keep trying anyway. Love, we can engineer our way out of this. You can't patch a flood with wishing. If I reach for you, I pull the silt up. If I back away, you dry and disappear. Tell me, how do I know you if the safest thing is leaving you alone? Love, we can say maybe all day, but it doesn't make us built to last. I try to build a brownstone for hummingbirds, stupid, sweet, too proud. I try to rescue honeybees from the dog's mouth one by one, and the dog just looked at me like I was speaking a language made of panic. I blew on her tiny hairs to calm her down, to make a breeze out of breath, that's me. Always mistaking tenderness for survival. Don't mistake me. Don't mistake me. If I reach for you, I pull the silt up. If I back away, you dry and disappear. So tell me, how do I know you if the kindest thing is leaving you undisturbed? doesn't make us fit to survive. The sea is far from us now, still my body keeps it soft. Every evening like clockwork, I leave the sink running, key in my hand. But I don't lock the door, I take the back way where the sidewalk buckles past the chain link and the sleeping corner store. I end up where the hill turns into gravel, same flat stone like a cheap altar seat. And the sun slides down behind the trees in pieces, like somebody pulling a sheet. Colors blur out, peach into smoke, then dull blue. And I tell myself, just 5 minutes, then move. But there they are again, 2 stars over the cedars, set like pins. They don't blink, they don't forgive, they just look straight through my skin. And I act like I chose it, sitting still till my legs go numb. I don't cry, I don't pray, I don't run, I just let them do what they've done. Yeah, I know those eyes, they're my regret with a steady aim. I used to come here with a jacket on your shoulders, laughing at the bugs hitting the porch light at home. Now I come here to rehearse what I should have said to a person who isn't answering their phone. I scroll through old photos with the volume down, like silence is something I can keep. And the branches scratch the sky like a bad habit that I can't put to sleep. The air gets cold in a way that feels personal, and my jaw sets hard like I'm trying not to learn it all. Cause there they are again, 2 stars over the cedars, set like pins. They don't blink, they don't forgive, they just look straight through my skin. And I act like I chose it, sitting still till my legs go numb. I don't cry, I don't pray, I don't know, I just let them do what they've done. Yeah, I know those eyes, they're my regret with a steady aim. If I stood up, I could walk back, make tea, turn off the sink, call a friend. But my body stays like it's been instructed by a verdict I can't amend. I mouth your name into the open, no one answers, no one needs to. And the sky keeps its distance like it's got nothing to prove. Chin on my knees, counting my breaths, trying to be somebody else. And there they are again, 2 stars over the cedars, set like pins. They don't blink, they don't forgive, they just look straight through my skin. And I act like I chose it, sitting still till the late buses hum. I don't cry, I don't pray, I don't run, and I just let them do what they've done. Yeah, I know those eyes, they're my regret. Not loud, just constant, calling me back every time. Every evening like clockwork I go. and let the water run. You left a taste on my tongue like pennies and salt in a paper cup I kept by the bed. I was asking for something simple, a clean yes, a steady hand, but you handed me the sharp end. And walked like it was nothing. So I carried it around in my coat like change I couldn't spend. Every time I reached for tenderness, my fingers hit the edge. I'm giving it back, not as a weapon, not as proof. I washed it down to something usable till it wouldn't cut through me. I'm giving it back, softened by ordinary days. If you hold it to your mouth now, it won't taste the same. I learned to breathe in grocery store aisles under buzzing lights at 2 a.m. Crying without making a sound so the neighbors wouldn't ask again. I pressed my face into a towel, let the water do its work. Watch the worst of it run off in thin gray lines into the sink. And somewhere in the middle months, my shoulders changed their shape. I stopped rehearsing conversations that you'd never show up for. I'm giving it back, not as a weapon, not as proof. I washed it down to something usable till it wouldn't cut through me. I'm giving it back, softened by ordinary days. If you hold it to your mouth now, it won't taste the same. I didn't win, I didn't glow, I just got tired of bleeding out. So I made a small repair each morning, coffee, keys, and leaving the house. I wore the bitterness thin like a sweater through a long season. Now there's room for air inside it. Now it hangs without my name. I'm giving it back with my fingerprints rubbed off. What you meant to be a sentence is only syllables I've lost. I'm giving it back, not to save you, not to stay. I turned it into something gentle.